Good evening, everyone. This is your host, Jess, and welcome to the Yapparoni and Cheese of the Week. And I am already late to the party with the Mario Galaxy Super Movie. Before we even begin to talk about the Super Galaxy Mario Super Galaxy Super Movie, we have to first go back to 2023 with the first Mario movie, where Chris Pratt got announced and he was like, I am so cool. Yes, that was right. Chris Pratt would be the main character of the Mario movie. Now, as you can see, that looks like a Mario, but actually, that is Chris Pratt. And then Seth Rogen Donkey Kong, Jack Black Bowser. Forgot how funny the cast was for this. When I watched through the first movie, I thought to myself, man, the casting announcement for this movie was so much funnier than the movie itself. And that's kind of what I expected of it. I didn't think it was gonna blow me away or anything, but I saw it with a friend and we had a great time. We were like, yippee, Mario! And then forget it about 2 days later. There was confirmed one Seth Rogen Donkey Kong laugh that we got out of there. That was a pretty good moment there. And they had this whole thing about trying to assemble the Kong army to defeat Bowser and I do not remember this movie that much. Recollecting it, all I remember is that something, the Kong army, something, Donkey Kong and Mario like, you know what? Maybe we should put these things aside. And Bowser is Jack Black and he sings a funny song. I was like, probably if I were to rewatch this, I'd be like, did they even think of a script for this? They kind of just threw poo at a wall and I was like, yeah. The animation looks nice, and you know what? They included a lot of Mario things that I could point and be like, oh, Mario! Oh, there's Mario! Mario! And I still had a really good time in the theater when watching that original movie. Now, let's start to take it into the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, looking at some of the negative reaction, I think people forgot that the first movie existed, and were like, because honestly, this really is extremely similar to the first movie where there's like, what do we want for a plot? I don't know. Just throw random junk at a wall and see if it sticks. Except even this time it's like, oh, here are like pieces of what might be a script. Instead, they kind of threw it in a wood chipper. For me, as the Illumination connoisseur that I am, and the recent, I have finally picked up Mario Odyssey and I'm actually going to finish Mario Odyssey, I knew this was happening from the beginning. Miyamoto, Jack Black, Chris Pratt, they all put a hand on my shoulder and said, you're the one writing this movie now. And I said, thank you for this great honor. The haters are saying Rosalina was only in this movie for about 1 second. And I gotta say to the haters that is some of the most stupid crap that I ever heard. Rosalina was only in this movie for 0.005 seconds. Come on, get your facts straight here. They really did not stick to a plot with this movie, and it made it so much funnier because I was just baffled that it was just something they did. There was another family with the kid in the theater who was laughing at a bunch of stuff, but they weren't laughing at it the way I was laughing at it. They were laughing at it because they're like, baby joke, but I was laughing at it because, oh man, this is really stupid, and I love it. Let me make an example. So Bowser and Bowser Jr. have reunited, but Bowser got to hang out with Mario and Luigi. He was like, you know what, maybe they're not so bad. And Bowser Jr. is like, Dad, friends are stupid. And Bowser's like, you're right! They are stupid! I'm so cool. And that was real, and I'm just like, that sums up relatively the entire movie, where it's like, oh, there's this thing. But that's dumb. Why would you do that? You're right. God, that is such a funny way to make this movie. I laughed so much during this movie because of that. I could not stop chuckling to myself. This is definitely not a good movie. This is a good, bad movie. Yoshi just gets introduced, and Toad's like, oh, so Yoshi's just here now. Oh, I see. Or things just happen and no one really minds. It's Yoshi goes to New York City and is like, I'm in the Bronx. It's just so random. It is unbelievably random. What is the most Super Mario Galaxy part about the Super Mario Galaxy movie? The fact that there's space. Otherwise, there's absolutely no relation. It's like how the actual Super Mario Brothers movie had the Mario Brothers just be Italian Americans. It was a point at the screen and laugh kind of movie, and I enjoyed every single second of it. This was one of the perfect point at the screen and laugh one of movies. You understand all the references in the background. You point at the screen, you're like, why the hell is Fox from Star Fox here? I completely forgot Star Fox just randomly shows up. Oh yeah, Star Fox is in the Star Fox is in the movie longer than Rosaline, and it's just, oh my god, it's so funny. And everyone's like, oh, Star Fox, he's so cool. And he's cooler than Chris Pratt, which I didn't think they had the balls to say that in the movie. That I was really surprised for, especially considering the rating of the movie. And I definitely had a lot more fun with this in the first movie, because the first movie took itself pretty seriously, all things considered. This movie just absolutely did not take itself seriously whatsoever. And I love that. This matches my sense of humor a little too much. I mean, honestly, this is kind of like the FNAF movie and then the sequel to the FNAF movie, where it's just like, first movie, we're taking ourselves more seriously. Second movie, we're putting or. As the anger around this movie fades, people will understand the masterpiece in stupidity that this is and say, wow, what an unbelievably unforgettable movie where Star Fox randomly appears, Bowser changes his mind like 8 times, and Bowser Jr., but you know what this is all hyping it up to be? The Super Smash Brothers movie. This is why Star Fox is in here. You don't get it. They're like, we have to advertise more Mario games. We gotta have more in here. They're gonna start bringing in a bunch of people. Solid Snake is just gonna randomly appear for a movie at one point. They're starting their own advertising Mario movie, Space Jam multiverse type of movie here. And I can't wait till Solid Snake walks in and says, I miss my dad, Kojima. That was the fan reaction to Chris Pratt not being as cool as Star Fox.